There's one. Set for stun.
Three guys sitting in a dark room that smells like bad cucumbers.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Inconceivable!
Now featuring 11 listeners.
This is the Unique Geek.
You slimy scumbag, get on your face and give me 25.
This is the Unique Geek.
And welcome to another edition of 50 Days of Dragon Con, the podcast that still is trying to figure out how to make Facebook work, even though it's working right now, but it still wants to be little prima donna that it is. All right. And joining me as always is our prima donna, Leigh. Leigh, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing very well. I keep seeing that number of days till DragonCon. I don't know what day this is coming out.
This will probably be around date what we title as day 40, which is about 10 days till, but as we record this, it's 13 days till.
And this is 13 days till. And boy, oh boy, that's a scary number, John. Not just because it's Friday the 13th today, which I didn't notice until now. But no, I mean,
It's not Friday the
just going to
13th,
be a
it's
great
Friday
year.
the 15th.
Oh, oops.
It's Friday
Yes,
with
it's
13 days to
Friday
go.
with
So it
13
is in some way a dragon con. Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it's in some ways going to cause problems.
And
but
now Bill says 12 days, but
it's not 12 days, Bill. Hush.
almost.
Almost. No, Bill. But we do want to say that we're getting excited, even more excited than we already are. And we just want to say that we are going to be recording a live 50 days at con. And we are really hoping anybody who's there can come to it and we don't have too much that we're going up against. So that you, like, at the time,
I
we
suspect
hope
on Sunday at 2:30, we are going to be up against some very big panels.
and we understand that.
But if
They're a lot
you can
bigger
make
than
it
we
over
are.
to us on Sunday, that'd be great. I know
We'd
we
love
have
to see you.
we have a small dedicated group of fans that we really love and appreciate.
And I'm making a little heart with my hands. Not well,
but we completely understand there are way more interesting things going on than us at that time. So no harm, no foul. I'm going with a soft sell on
if you
this.
can. Yeah, we're soft selling this. If you can come, we would love to see you.
It's to save face when only 5 people show up and we're just embarrassed. Anyway,
I'll just chat with everybody. I chat with everybody. I'm gonna be fine. But I wanted to say, at 13 days, that's why it was like the Friday the 13th that I was thinking of. It's when things start to break or not work as well as you want them to. And somebody who's having that and seeing that today, or you forget where things are, someone who's had a little bit of that is Carol Malcolm, who is our guest today, whatever. And she is the director of the Urban Fantasy Track. Hi, Carol.
Hi, it's nice to see you both again.
It's nice to see you too. It's been a hot minute, but before we go any farther, we've had the literature people do this and everybody else. What is urban fantasy?
Well, I think probably the best definition of urban fantasy, and maybe the easiest, is that it is, you take a real world setting primarily. They're not, I mean, sometimes you get, people going through portals into other places and stuff like that, but it's the majority of the story, the narrative, the action, whether it's a book or media, is set in the real world, but you have the addition of the supernatural to that, and which can involve magic, it can involve magical creatures, that kind of thing.
That is awesome. I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me because I think, and there's so many magical creatures. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. But So what are your plans? What you looking at? Oh, first of all, before we say anything else, where are you located?
The Urban Fantasy track is located in the Weston, and if you, we're most of the programming rooms, other than the horror track, who is 2 floors up from us, is on that main floor. If you are coming in from Peachtree Street and you come in the main entrance, you walk all the way to the back past the escalators, and we're right behind there at the very back. It's Chastain 1 and 2, and we're right next to what will be in its 3rd year, the newer author signing area is right there as well, next to us.
That's a cool area. Nice, very nice. And that will be good. Now, and you said when you do urban fantasy, you're doing everything. You're doing visual, you're doing literary, and sometimes you have overflows. Or sometimes you have
Crossovers.
a what?
A crossover or something like that. Not an over.
A crossover, but also you sometimes have another panel going on at the same time in a different room because you're so big. So I just wanted to bring that up because I don't want people thinking, well, I went to the Westin and this was going on here. Well, look at the room. It'll be on the app.
Right.
And it'll tell you which hotel.
Right.
Usually, though, where do you usually go? I would think I got an idea.
Well, it will. We do have those printed schedules that signage department brings us that we put up outside of our rooms. And so if people show up at the main track room and then realize that, oh, this isn't the right place, it will tell them where to go. And typically, if we have media guests, the majority of their panels usually happen in the Peachtree Ballroom, which is just 2 floors up from us. But sometimes they are in the Hyatt. And then again, this is all, as you said, in the app. It also appears on those signs.
Right.
The one room that we use for, overflow, like regular programming, like either fan panels or, other literature panels. If we have 2 things going on at the same time, one would be in our main track room, and then another one is in it's Chastain F is what it's called. And if you come in that very first entrance to we should kind of share that space with anybody else in the Westin who needs overflow and comics. And I think it's mostly us and comics in there this year. But then when you first come in that main entrance, it's the first room on the left. It used to be part of Apocalypse Rising, and now they've moved down the hall a little bit. And anyway, but everything is explicitly marked either on that schedule sheet or on the app.
Right. And again, maps are even on the app. So if you're like, where's Chastain F? Well, you probably can figure it out. But you can look at the map of the Westin on the app. And if you get where anything is, like the Peachtree Ballroom, it'll tell you, go up 2 floors, folks. You see, we got floors here.
Right.
So that is all good. Now, do you have any like special events or special guests or special panels that you think might be pulling in some people?
Yes, we are once again. We've been able to do this for the last few years, and we're very pleased. We will be hosting two showings of the Buffy Horror Picture Show.
Oh, wow.
On Sunday. So 2, 2 in a row. So, if people want to come twice, they can come to the first one, leave, and then get back in line for the second one. Or, the idea is that if you can't make it to one, then you can make it to the other. So we do have 2 showings of that, and that will be on Sunday in the late afternoon, early evening. Right now they're scheduled for 5:30 and 7. So those, are always a big draw and something that people really enjoy and appreciate.
Right.
The other thing we've got going on is we didn't do it last year, but we did start doing it, I think, in 2021, something that I call Scary Tales and Spooky Music. And it's on late Friday night. at it starts at 11:30 after our other programming is over. And what it is we have 3 different authors who are going to be reading either an excerpt of one of their own works or a short story of theirs or something like that. They're short readings. They're, maybe 10 minutes long at the most. They will be reading something. And then after that, the band Charming Disaster will be playing, which is a kind of goth rock duo who will be playing a concert afterwards. And they have a lot of those same kind of themes that we cover on the track. And we're very excited for them to be here this year.
That's good. I would really hope one of their songs might be "My Vampire Isn't Sparkling." Isn't sparkling. I think that would be funny. And if they haven't written it, please do. That'll be awesome. But there, John's going to share the link. But there we go. Charming Disaster. They have their own little pages, which is really cool. So that's awesome. Now, what about any guests?
Yes, we are very fortunate. I mean, we always are, but this year we do have cast members from the Magicians who will be coming. We're very excited about that. And as was just announced at the town hall last night, we have some Buffy guests coming as well. And we're very excited for that as well. Now, some of them will be, one has been, that announcement has been shared on the track Facebook page today, and there are more forthcoming during the day. But what's that?
I said there are more folk coming.
What's that?
Yeah, but that's good.
Oh well, they were all announced last night. Everybody who's coming was announced last night. But we do have Mark Blucas and Emma Caulfield and Charisma Carpenter will be there. And from the Magicians, we have Hale Appleman and Olivia Taylor-Dudley and Summer Bishel and Stella Maeve. So we're very excited to have those folks. And a number of these people this is their first time at Dragon Con. So that's exciting.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And as far as
Charisma Carpenter been here before?
I always do. Sorry. What's that?
Charisma Carpenter?
Has
she been there before?
Has she been here before or no? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
She has. But Mark Blucas has not. And I'm not sure about Emma. I don't know if she was ever here when the Whedon track was still around and the Buffy stuff was all covered by them. I don't recall seeing her name since my involvement with the con, but that was, it could have been, before that.
That's true.
And as we have lots of great author guests coming as well. And to put in a plug for the authors in general, there are over 200 authors that will be at Dragon Con this year. So
amazing. Yes.
They don't all write urban fantasy, so they won't all be on my track, but there are a bunch of them. And many of them will be signing in that area that I was mentioning that is right next to the track room. But we will be having solo sessions with Patricia Briggs and Jim Butcher and Charlaine Harris and Sherilyn Kenyon. So they will all have solo sessions as part of our track. And something else that's kind of fun, some people may remember the show, The Dresden Files, and the TV show, and we'll be having a panel with Paul Blackthorne, who played Dresden on screen, and with Jim Butcher, who of course created the character. So we're looking forward to that as well. They're both lovely gentlemen, and I know it'll be
be a very fun time. It's kind of funny. I really want to get. I think Jim Butcher came last year before. I can't remember. But
he comes.
Yeah, and I was gonna get a book signed for my husband because he loves the Dresden Files. I forgot that we buy them all on Kindle. It was like, well, I can't Kindle and sign it.
It's kind of hard. Yeah. Well, if you have Yeah, well, he will be doing a couple of signings. There is a reception and a meet and greet in that author signing area for people who are in attendance that are this year's nominees, and we have a few of them coming. And it's also there are going to be some past recipients of the award who are also there. We have one person who's both, and but he will be signing that Friday at 7 in that area, and then he has another signing, I believe it as at 11:30 on Sunday, the author
really?
signing area.
Oh,
So
in the
if
morning.
you
In the morning,
they
not
do
at
have a
night.
bookseller there now. Yeah, 11:30 in the morning. That's right. Well, that
11:30
author
in the morning,
signing
not at
area
night. Okay,
becomes
yeah.
and it's magic, I'm sure, because they're right next to our track, but it magically turns into the overnight board gaming area. After about 7 o'clock, they start moving things around, and I forget what time it officially opens there, but they are, they are there as well then.
Well, and one of the things.
And anyway, but maybe there is a bookseller there. So if you,
Cool.
maybe if you want to give your husband something special, you
do
can
that.
grab a more inexpensive copy of something and get it signed.
Well, you can get him one that's actually paper, which would be good. But you also just said past award winners, and what we're talking about here is the Dragon Con Awards or the Dragon Awards, and the Dragon Con's been doing it.
Right, the dragon.
Yeah, and Dragon Con's been. We haven't really talked about that, but Dragon Con's been doing that. I was a director, so 10 years, a little more, a little less, somewhere in there. I probably can find it.
It's it's close to that. I want to say it started maybe. Well, you're probably right. Actually, it may go back a little further than that. I want to say it started somewhere between 2014 and 2016,
Right.
somewhere in there.
Yeah, so that's good. And if you are looking for the Dragon Awards, they have their own section. If you type in Dragon Awards on the regular page as a search at the bottom, the dragoncon.org page, it brings you right to them. And these are, again, fan nominated, fan voted.
Yep.
So these are really cool. You can vote even if I'm sure the vote might be closed now. I have no idea, but it's
the nominations are closed, but the vote closes Saturday night of con.
So Saturday night of con. Even if you're not coming, you can look at these and say, "Hey, I love that author," or whatever else, and that would be great.
That's
so
right. Yeah.
Just FYI, that's what we were talking about with awards, and it's a very, very cool thing. Now, I saw a lot of Buffy guests. I was like, is it an anniversary for Buffy or just yay? All of them might be able to come at this point. They've wanted to come, but finally their schedule lets it, or something like that.
Well, the last time we had any was 2017.
Okay.
And that's when you were asking John about Charisma Carpenter. And yes, that was the last time she was there. And they were there, that particular year, which was the 20th anniversary. And there were a few other guests that came with them, but it's one of those things where sometimes you can't always get people
right
at the they might be scheduled doing something else, or it's too close to whatever. But we're very fortunate that we get to have them. And when it does get to the point where it's 30 years, maybe we will do a lot of really, very special things.
I can't even imagine it. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there for people who are big Buffy fans, we're probably very saddened by the news of Michelle Trachtenberg's passing.
Yes.
And which happened, several months ago now. But we will be doing, recognizing her in some way at our panels and showings. So.
And let's just all say she was way too young, and we hate cancer and anything that takes people early. And that's really great because, yeah, you're right. These people are, again, people, just as a reminder, all of these are scheduled guests. Scheduled guests. Scheduled guests. I can get this out. And as they're scheduled, something might come up. They're now thinking, oh, I'm great for Labor Day weekend. We're not going to be shooting, or I don't start a project. My part of this project is finished.
I knew something.
Say that again.
No, I said, yeah, or yeah, that they can be, that something else happens. Like we get, sometimes people get sick or they have a death in the family, or, there are all kinds of
Real life.
reasons that,
Yeah.
that we always say everything's tentative until it happens, until after it happens.
Right. And that's why everybody says don't come for just one actor or one panel that you really want to see all these people on, because there's so much going on and you never know what's going to happen. So always good. And I would think a panel with the Emma Caulfield and Charisma Carpenter and David Boreanaz and Mark Blucas, and I know there's one more and I'm forgetting, would be probably really funny and probably a very great panel to see all those actors on. There is a part of me that wants to get in the Walk of Fame with a bunny, so Anya can sign my bunny. That would be wrong. It would also be
That would be
hilarious.
great.
John, yes, I saw you.
Yes, we do have a couple of questions from the chat. First question is, and this isn't necessarily related to urban fantasy, but do we know if there's a coloring book this year?
Well, real life, we were.
Yes, as far as I know, that. Oh, go ahead.
Well, no, the charity director, Jody, it's Real Life Again has come up. So we usually have her and maybe a member of the charity on 50 Days, but, she is ill. So at this point, who knows? But yes, I think you're right that they're trying to do one like every year. So you can have like a set.
Right.
We don't know. And if we,
yeah, as far as I know, there is one. Yeah. As far as I understand it, there is one.
Right. So that's pretty cool. And by the way, Regina listens to all of these, and Regina, She Who Must Be Obeyed, along with Rachel Reeves and Mandy Collier, they'll tell us if something's wrong. When Regina's on, she's going to be like, nope, you said this, or she'll send us an email early. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
So
but that's really good.
The second question that we had was, speaking of Twilight, which was a little while ago, is that in Urban Fantasy's track, or and the excuse they gave was now that the fans are older. I don't know what that means to do with anything, but
well, I suppose that's a good way of looking at it. There are two ways to answer that question. One is that as far as topic goes, Twilight is definitely urban fantasy, in subject and in approach, but it's still covered by the YA track. So
right, and
they do have a panel about it because it's 20 years coming up for that.
That's cool. And
no, that's not true. That can't be true, because I remember, I'm old enough to remember when the whole hysteria started. So that's not possible. It's 20 years. Anyway, move on.
Wait a minute.
I'm only 19 years old. So there's no way.
Right.
No way.
I live in my own urban fantasy.
Yeah, you do live in your own urban fantasy. That's very true. And yeah, those are it's like all the Harry Potter fans and the original actors are all like my son's age, or I think most of them are a little older. He's 26, and I just like, oh my. So okay, but as we're talking about charity and we're talking about the coloring books. Oh, I'm sorry, John, go.
Well, it's gonna so there is a panel. So is Twilight under urban fantasy or not? No,
I do not cover it on my track because the YA Lit track does. Now that doesn't mean that some of our discussions might mention it, or there might be references, but it actually is covered. And the YA Lit Track will have a panel discussing the whole, the books, shows, or I mean, the movies, all of that together. They will be doing something for it this year.
That's very cool because I mean, it is kind of 20 years old. Wow. That is a big anniversary, and boy, oh boy, am I old.
Yes.
So there's that. But we were talking about charity, and we are trying to get some charity information. And as soon as we can, I will be sharing some. But I know you have the can in your room that people can throw $1 or whatever else in. That's great for charity. But what else do you do for charity, or do you do anything else? That's a better thing.
We do. What the way we participate is we have what we call the Battle of the UF Tracks, UF Track show fandoms. And I used to, when I started out, I thought, okay, well, all of the shows that we cover on the track, we'll put it. What we do is we have these individual buckets, and people vote for their favorite by putting however much money they want in there. It all goes to the same place. So we're just happy for anybody to do anything.
Yes.
It has become very competitive. After the first few years, we were like, but there were not any. I'm not going to put individual authors in there. It's one thing to do these nebulous media properties against each other. But what I did was I decided to add what I call the book bucket. And that way, if people are there more for the author stuff, because our track is divided up pretty much half and half. I try to keep that balance within the programming. And so people can donate at for whichever way they want. And I literally have people asking me after the con, so who won? Last year Buffy won, but a couple of years before that it was Book Bucket, and then sometimes it's Supernatural, and then a lot of it just depends on who happens to be where at the time. But that is what we do. And now I have to pick just to kind of pare it down and make it a little bit more manageable. I pick out several of the media properties to compete against one another. Not necessarily every single show that we cover or have covered, but that's how we collect, and it goes on throughout the con. And then we turn the money. And one of my volunteers is the charity coordinator for us, and she keeps track of it all and turns in the money, and and that way we are able to participate, and and the fans seem to get into it. They seem to enjoy being able to contribute. That's awesome,
and it's great because this charity, as we know, this year we've said it a lot, is NAMI. We hope we're pronouncing that right. If it's NAMI, we're sorry, but NAMI, which is the National Alliance for Mental Illness, and this is a great group. Georgia has a big chapter, I've been told, and so just to let everybody know that it's a great charity, and this is a great thing too, because we forgot to get into it with Ann and Carol. I'll take 1 minute. Last year's charity. Okay, so last year's charity was the Arthritis Foundation, and this was the first year that Dragon Con, the high point was 300,000. And again, as we said, Dragon Con matches dollar for dollar up to 150K. So fans did 150K for this, and then Dragon Con matched it, and that's amazing. So let's see if we can beat that. Maybe 303. I don't know, 310. Go for the green wall, man. 350. Let's see what we can do, and I just really want to build that, and I think these are great. I don't even know what I would vote for. I'd probably have to vote for 2 or 3, which, well, whatever. I'll give 2 or whatever.
Well, and you can do that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, the money all goes to the same place, so it's we're not competing against another charity or anything. It's just is kind of fun for the people who choose to take part, especially the ones who, and I'm not kidding. I do get asked by people, so who won? Who won?
That's great.
Sometimes on the track Facebook page, sometimes they'll email me as like, who won? Like, we'll announce it,
Just
just
wait.
wait.
You gotta
Uh,
wait.
but it usually gets posted.
Okay. Well, that is awesome. Awesome. Okay. So, is there anything else we should know? Are you like, this is going to be a great panel? I mean, you talked about the Jim Butcher panel and with the actor who I just lost the name of. That's going to be really cool.
Paul
Paul
Blackthorne.
Blackthorne. Thank you. And that's going to be really cool. But is there another
Yeah.
panel or two you just want to say, hey, these are going to be great? Or these are ones I'm really excited about?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, yeah. I mean, well,
I mean, she's excited
I
about
have to
all
be
of her
excited
panels.
about most of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have
course.
to be excited about all of them. Although you understand how that goes, Lee,
You,
that
yeah.
Here are some ones I would like to
it's like they're
feature.
all your babies. Right. Now we're doing the first panel of Friday morning is going to be on retellings of classic fairy tales and folklore, and sometimes just classic stories. And we have people who have written in those areas that have kind of twisted those things. And that's all that one I started doing a few years ago. And I really mainly because I really like it. And I mean, to be honest, and I said, I want to talk to these people who actually write this stuff
Right.
and get their input. And it's always been well attended. So I'm hoping that this third year will be as well.
Mhm.
And we have, your we have the panels. We always have the humor panel.
Yes.
I think somebody would probably revolt, or a few friends would revolt if we
Yeah.
didn't have the humor panel, which we do on Sunday evenings. But the way I mix it up is it has different panelists every
Mhm.
so that even if the same people want to come and listen to it, they're going to be hearing different things, from different people, and that's always a fun one. We also we will have Charming Disaster on an actual
Right.
panel
Exactly.
on Saturday morning, talking about the intersection of music and writing and urban fantasy themes. We've got a couple of authors on there. We're going to have them on there because they write lyrics and they write music. All of that is going to be, I think, just really interesting and a lot of
Mhm.
fun. And we have the things on um, different the forms of vampires in contemporary
Oh,
fiction.
that's interesting.
Much as I love the classic stuff, we're going to focus. This panel is going to focus on, how the vampire varies specifically in contemporary fiction, how the different depictions are. And so where we're doing that one, and then we'll have one about the source of magic, like the different sources of magic in urban fantasy, because they're all different. I mean, people they and so that'll be kind of fun, I think.
Well, I think they're all going to
One
be fun.
thing that we
Yeah.
will
But one
now
thing,
our Thursday program, yeah, they should be all fun. They better be. Our Thursday programming that we're going to start with something close to my heart, which is dark academia, and
ooh,
I really, yeah, I've done that for the past couple of years again because I really enjoy it, and I would like to hear from some of these people uh, who write it. The first year I did it, it was getting it was kind of a combination of people who write it and were fans.
Mhm.
And so I'm excited to have that again. And then our second panel on Thursday will be what we call the Supernatural Showdown.
Oh no.
And how this is related to Supernatural, the show. And what that started at right the first year during the pandemic that we were back live in
Mhm.
2021, because during the pandemic I had started something that I we're doing a supernatural rewind. A rewind is what I called it. That was basically a monthly rewatch of the series, and this was on the Track YouTube channel. And I started thinking, well, that would be kind of fun to do. If you were pitting, it took 3 years
Oh my goodness.
to get through all of it. But I thought it might be kind of fun to do this kind of competition thing where the audience, or where the panelists, we had 5 panelists, and they would each have a season to defend as to why it was the best. And then the audience has they get to interact. But then at the very end, after all the panelists have made their case, the audience votes on who made the best defense.
Very cool.
And so that panelist, gets bragging rights that they won. Well, after 3 years of 15 seasons of Supernatural, we moved into characters. And last year it was some of the I would not pit Sam and Deanie against each other, because that could get very disturbing.
That could get very
People might be throwing things. We don't want people. We want people to have fun. We don't want it to be too intense. So it was some of the major characters that weren't them, and this year will be recurring.
Oh, okay.
People who had important roles, but they weren't there as many times, and that's all explained in the app that people will see.
There you go.
Explaining who the characters are, but it works the same way. Why people will have to defend why they were important. So we hope, that will give people a reason to come and visit us on Thursday night for at least one of those things. And
That sounds great.
It goes on all weekend.
It does. And that's the thing that's so great is I don't really mean favorite. It's more of what do you want to feature? And I think these are 2 great Thursday ones because you get to vote on stuff and you get to make an argument, which for me is kind of like Nirvana. So
Yeah, it's to stretch out
there's
those. It's like stretching for Dragon Con. That's what Thursday is. You start with your arguments on Thursday, so that by Saturday you're all nice and strong and you're really going. Jerry did ask in the chat, what is happening on the track Wednesday night when the con officially starts?
That is me trying to get everything organized in my room. I get there on Wednesdays, but it's like, what goes downstairs, what stays up here? Very funny, Jerry. Thanks a lot. I do know him, so that's fine.
Yeah, we love Jerry.
Yes.
Yeah, Jerry's a great fan.
Jerry's a troublemaker.
Yes, he is, and much appreciated. Now, and we do have some other fan panels over some other shows, so hopefully people will come to our Wednesday fan panel. Wednesday, the show, that is.
Wednesday.
Not on Wednesday.
There's a panel on Wednesday. See? We said.
Yeah.
We told you.
John, so help me shush.
Yeah. Well, I remember this conversation between the 2 of you going on many years back, but we will have, in current shows, we will have a fan panel kind of speculating on the new Buffy reboot that we're going to be getting. Yeah. And, we will have one on Supernatural, as well, a different one on Supernatural that I am calling What If? And that is, what if some different scenarios happened rather than the result that did? Like, I'm not going to say any of them now, but people would just have to come and see. Like if some of the story arcs had different endings than what they did.
Right.
That kind
of thing.
That's going to discuss.
Okay, well, Carol, you always know John loves ending on a game, and we're going to be playing a Jackbox.
I know.
Yeah, we're going to be playing a Jackbox game, and while he gets all of that set up and you and I get on there, hold on a second. I think after we do this, John, you got it?
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, okay, we're just doing that. And so where are you, again, physically located and then located on the interwebs?
Okay, yeah, in both virtual and real space, yes. And oh, thank you, Lemon, because
Yeah, Lemon
we
says
are
all the
hoping that they will be
supernatural,
fun. Uh, yes,
all the supernatural
now
panels
we are
sound fun, is
located
what
in the
Lemon had to say.
Westin, and at the back of the main floor. If you come in on the first floor, in the main entrance on the 6th floor, if you come into the Westin that way, you walk straight back past the elevators and past the escalators, and we're right there behind the escalators. Our friends, the horror track, are 2 floors up. So if you're going between us and them, you don't have to go to the elevators. You can just go to the escalators, which is right there, and go either 2 floors up or down, and you'll be there. So uh, that's where we are physically. And we do have a Facebook page, which does stay active all year long. And you can go to Facebook, uh, put in Dragon Con Urban Fantasy. It'll take you right to us. Excuse me. Too much talking, I guess. And if you, and we do have a YouTube channel, which is, I'm getting ready very soon to be recording our 100th video. I do it will be for that YouTube channel. And again, if you just go to YouTube and put in Dragon Con Urban Fantasy, it'll take you right there. And it's a combination of author interviews, and then there were several multi-author interviews that or panels that were done during the pandemic, and so those date back a ways, but they're there. And also a lot of fan panels. Most of the fan panels are ones, or that are over media, different media properties. Those have been live. So
All right.
anyway, but so there are a lot of things there.
Okay. So I know.
We do have a Blue Sky account.
Oh,
Oh, you
oh,
do?
Blue Sky. Yeah.
I was saying I do have a Blue Sky account, but we're not quite as good at keeping up with that as we probably should be. But both the Facebook page and the YouTube channel are pretty active.
Right.
And everything I do on YouTube is linked to the Facebook page. So
Right. There you go. See? Woo! So, okay, John, I'm in. I think, Carol, are you into it?
No, she's not yet.
I do not. Where should I see that?
Oh, sorry, it's in the
Again, on
chat.
that little comment.
Yeah, if you look in our private chat, there's a go to jackbox.tv and then you enter in that code. You can put it on. You can do it on your phone too, by the way.
Right. That's what
Might be.
I don't see the private chat.
It's right below the 50 days. It says 50 days of Dragon Con, and then there's that little black box.
Yeah, we picked up the chat earlier.
Yeah, where you hit the chat earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see it now?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, now you got it.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, so while Carol's getting in, before I open it up for everybody, just a reminder that you head over to theuniquegeek.com. You can find links to pretty much everything that we've talked about on their show notes. Also trying to get those show notes to stay consistent inside of YouTube too. So if you happen to go to YouTube, in the description, those
Should be show notes.
And by
Awesome.
show notes, I just mean links to the things that we've talked about, or links to
That is always cool.
so there's that, and then also you can head to geek.com, I think, and you can check out our website, our little Etsy shop of my horrible designs. Slightly better than
They're
my
not
trophy
horrible design.
slightly better than my trophy making skills, but not very much more.
I can't wait to see the trophies. We'll do that. We're going to do that in our live panel, right, John?
So, yeah, we're probably gonna have to do that in the live panel. This just happened to one of them. It just broke, so I got to go fix that.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Carol's in, so let's go ahead and let everybody else get in. The code is HIBR for those of you hanging out there. We're gonna play high-low again. This is basically a game where you just have to guess the worst and best on a particular list. We don't know what the topic is. Folks will vote for it at the beginning on which topic they wish to cover. And once we have enough people in, we will do that. So yeah, so shop.theuniquegeek.com or shop.theuniquegeek.com. Also email us at 50days@theuniquegeek.com. That's 50 DAYS @theuniquegeek.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a voicemail, which we would probably never check, but you can leave it there. If you just want to unload on your day, just leave it there, because it's like a free journaling exercise you can do. 813-3210-TUG. That's 813-321-TUG. We're almost guaranteed to forget to check it. And it looks like we've got as many folks as we're going to get in there right now. I'll give it
Awesome.
2 more seconds.
Wait, I'm not. Oh, there I am. I see. It gave me a little icon this time. I didn't get to choose. And now we're full.
We shall start. Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, well, vote for your stuff, and I will. Majestic sites, sticky stuff, or bad jobs for clowns. And while you do that, I'm going to turn the volume up. Here we go. Okay, so majestic sites, sticky stuff, bad jobs for clowns. Carol, do you
I am
see?
having trouble getting. How do I actually vote for something?
It's on your. It should be on your app that you just signed into. I think, right? I've never
I'm
seen the other
seeing
side.
it, but when I click on it,
Yeah, you just click on one of them.
Make sure you're not clicking on make sure you're not clicking on our screen. I've made that mistake before, where I'm clicking on the video, and the video isn't going to help me because that's not the actual game. That's just. Well, let's see what happens. It's going to time out here in a second.
well, go ahead and get started then, and
It's
I'll
good.
just. Well, I can't find what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
No interest in
It's okay. Are you playing on your phone or on another screen?
Sticky stuff. In one word, name.
I'm on this.
Name something sticky. Name something sticky.
In high-low, you'll be guessing the best and worst of the list. First, try and guess a top-ranked answer. Type your guess on your controller and hit submit.
All right, so just enter in a word on
Remember,
your
we want
controller
one-word guesses.
and something sticky. Remember, this is.
Carol, can you still not do anything? You're not seeing it?
No, I can't see what it is you're talking about where I need to be. The only thing I see is the main screen that's been part of the same screen.
Okay, and you put
Is
in
it
the
still-
code
is
and
it
then
still
hit
there?
submit.
Or did it go away now?
Now it went away.
Yeah, so I think
Okay.
you're on the wrong. I think you're on the wrong tab,
Okay. Okay.
because that was because you
Oh,
were
okay.
looking. Yeah, you did exactly what I do sometimes, which is
Time's almost up.
I'm clicking on the screen. Go, why is this not happening? It's because I'm clicking on the video of the game that we're currently playing. There we go.
There you go.
Results. Oh,
Super glue. Super glue was Gabe's guess. Sticky. I'm actually very surprised. Sticky stuff. That's 106 for super glue. Ice cream was at 39. Honey is number 2. The number 2 guess. Marcella picked gum,
Mhm.
which is
Ah,
number
that is good.
5.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
Number
Blue.
one, baby.
Blue is the number 1 answer. All right, let's see who's in the lead. Looks like Marcella and Carol are the
Now,
2 top
try
ones.
and guess another
Maybe somebody
top-ranked
should have
answer.
kept Carol from answering
One-word
questions.
guesses only,
She's already
please.
up there at the top.
Type your guess and
Guess the
hit
next
submit.
popular. Another popular.
Oopsie.
I'm betting I'm going
If you want
to
to
also
smoosh two
split
words
the pot
together
with
like
somebody
peanut
on this
butter,
one too.
Just make sure you think it's something other people would also have done.
And by the way, Red Nerd did vote for sticky stuff, which pretty much is. I figured they would vote for either sticky stuff or bad jobs for clowns.
I was looking at bad jobs for clowns.
Yeah.
I had Undertaker already ready. I was on it.
I was trying to get majestic
All
sights
answers
because,
received. See what happened?
All right, here we go. 4 people. I think this is one that Lee said. Tape.
Very
Tape.
nice.
Tape. 4 people picked tape. Gabe said sap, which is number 9. Pal family said egg, which is 59.
Right in the middle. I like it.
Lemon said syrup, and it's going up, up, up. Number 3 answer. Number 3 answer.
Oh,
for
wow.
Lemon. Coffee is on the list at 98. And Mighty Bill said jam. Jam is at 18.
Jam.
18.
Mhm.
And getting a scoring update here. Oh, Gabe is in second place. Lemon is in first. All right, now you're going to pick
You're looking
an
for one of our
unpopular
lowest
answer.
ranked answers.
Unpopular answer.
Popular. Then think of the opposite.
Red Nerd says bad jobs for clowns felt too personal. And Chris wanted clowns as well. Like the bad jobs for clowns. Yeah, so guess an unpopular answer. Unpopular.
This is hard. There we go.
All answers are in.
No,
Let's see
all
how
answers
you
are in. He said shoot.
Yeah, I know. That was not a good. I couldn't think of anything that's
Number
not
50,
sticky
it
that
wasn't
it would allow me to
terrible.
use.
Stop.
Sweat. Carol had sweat.
Promising.
Oil, I guess, would be the opposite of sticky, right? So yeah, oils.
Yeah.
A bunch of people got that. That was all the way down there in the 300s. Apple was number 42. Poop. Poop is actually on number 14, which was pretty popular.
That's some serious parents right there, and poop is very sticky.
Makeup is 140 something. I missed. R was 16. All right, so let's see. Lemon's still in the lead. Brandon is catching up.
Now give me another
Low-ranking guess. Another low.
Mm,
Oh, Bill points out that their first. Yeah, that seems to be the problem, Bill. Sometimes your first 2 guesses. I mean, because what wouldn't be on the sticky stuff? Well, let's see. A piece of paper, not sticky. I don't know. So it technically should be really low, right? It still has to be on the list.
The lower ones are the ones that get me.
Right, because you're trying
I'm like,
trying to think of something that's not there, so it wouldn't be on the list.
All
Mhm.
answers
You'll have to get something that's on the list.
How
Or
did it
400
play
thing.
out?
Right.
Marcella,
Looking good.
clothes.
no.
116. 116.
That's not
Fit.
great.
Said Gabe.
Mm,
I don't know how saliva was what they picked for 15. Paper. I just said paper, and it's on 45. So it is sticky. Hairspray is
Hairspray is
74.
very sticky, isn't it?
Rubber is 76. Wow, those are pretty close to each other. Ice. Ice isn't sticky. I mean, I guess it can be. I'm gonna. Carol said glass, and it was 92.
Promising.
Tears. Oh, lemon.
Oh, sorry,
Tears is
sweetheart.
95.
Good job, Lemon.
Yeah.
195 was
oh.
tears. Lemon's still in the lead. Marcella pulling up.
Finally,
Okay.
you have 2 choices on your controller.
Here's the.
Which do you think is ranked
Bill put
higher on the
WD-40,
list?
which, yeah, technically
Choose
should not be
now.
sticky. Which is more popular, slime or sugar on the list? Popular for sticky stuff.
And how did it play out?
Most picked slime, 3 picked sugar. Sugar was number 12. Slime was number 6.
No. Oh
Slime
no,
was
that's
number
a good
6.
answer, right?
Yeah, slime's a good answer.
Why don't I give you
So-
the top 10?
The top 10, starting from the most popular, least popular.
And let's
Glue,
see
honey,
our
syrup, tape,
final
gum,
scores.
slime, candy, soda, sap, and I didn't. Let's see, and the winner is lemon. Lemon won. Congratulations, Lemon.
And that's a really high
Yay,
score, Lemon.
congrats.
I think that might be our highest scorer on any game that we've ever played where you get points. So very cool.
Yeah,
That is
Jerry.
very cool.
Jerry says this is actually pretty funny. Jerry was still listening on their phone. They went off to work their shift. But he said, "I'd be disappointed if notes and situations aren't on the list." So sticky notes and sticky situations. Very good. Sorry you couldn't play, Jerry, but that was actually pretty good. Actually, I guess that maybe that was what the paper was. Red Nerd
said.
Red Nerd goes, good job, Lemon. I won't be sour about losing to you. Oh,
that's hilarious.
That's
and
punny.
Awesome. That is a very good pun. Good use of puns. Awesome. Okay, Carol, one more time before we go on. You are in the Weston. Where?
Yes. Weston, Chastain 1 and 2 is our main location. That's the actual track room assigned to the track. And that is at the back of the main floor as you come off of Peachtree Street. The Chastain, all the other track rooms on the floor are also named Chastain something or other. They have letters, we have numbers, but we are at the very back behind, you go past the elevators, we're behind the escalators, right there in a nice location. And you might find some of our programming upstairs in the ballroom. You might find it in some places of the Hyatt. We have a few panels that will be located there this year. And sometimes in the overflow room, which is Chastain F. All of these things will be marked on the map, or well, all those places are marked on the map, but it will tell you in the app and in the schedule board that stands outside the track room.
All right, there we go. There we go. And on the interwebs, it's a Facebook group, and that is DragonCon or Urban Fantasy DragonCon. Sorry, Carol.
Yeah, just type it, go to Facebook, type in DragonCon Urban Fantasy, and the page will come right up.
Mm-hmm.
And then same for the YouTube channel and for Blue Sky.
Awesome. There you go. Now, guys, remember what she said. Y'all, remember what she said.
Y'all.
Well, I try not to use guys anymore. Y'all, just remember what she said. Blue Sky is not as active yet, but it will be at some point. So awesome.
I just like it because of your Southern heritage. The y'all is just what you instead of you all or folks or
y'all. Oh, y'all.
Yeah, I find myself over the years more likely, obviously not a Southerner born and raised, though I've lived in some area of the South since I was 10.
Mm-hmm.
But although some people think Florida doesn't count if it's the bottom half of the state, but anyway. In any case, but I would be more inclined to say you all rather than y'all. You're right, John. That is more of a Southern thing for sure.
Welcome to Newberry.
And Red Nerd, of
welcome
course.
to Newberry, South Carolina. There you go.
Red Nerd, of course, says, bless your heart, John. Or
so
Lee,
John.
Lee, say it the proper way. I'm sorry. I did not say bless your heart correctly. How do you say it?
Oh, bless your heart.
There we go. And now I walk away in shame. Anyway, all right. So until next time, for who am I saying goodbye to? Carol and Lee.
Yes.
This is John saying until next time. Peace.
Thanks to both of you. Thanks to everyone else.
We love you.
This was a production of The Unique Geek. Call our comment line at 8133210TUG. That's 81332108884. Email us at thegeeks@theuniquegeek.com or 50days@theuniquegeek.com. Follow The Unique Geek on Facebook and Twitter. This podcast is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike license.
Hey, sorry, real quick. Lee, Red Nerd says, I felt the chill in my spine at that, Lee.
That is, bless your heart can be anything you want it to be. It can be, oh, bless your heart, that is so sweet. Or, oh, bless your heart, you stupid person. So I'm glad it was a spine. Well, John's got to go because he's got to go help Hansel
Stopping the
something.
stream. Thank you, Carol. Appreciate you.
Yeah, Carol, thank you so much.
Thank
John
you. I
does have-
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
John does have a heart out, so I'm going to go.
I know. We'll see you later. Thanks
See you
so
later.
much,
And thanks
you
again
guys.
for adjusting the schedule. I appreciate that, Carol, so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that.
No problem.
Okay. And we're still on the air, John.
It just
Bye-bye.
said